This is Complete Politics with Chukwuma Okoro.
Fubara, having joined the All Progressive Congress, becomes the leader of the party in the state. And by virtue of that, she'll also run an inclusive political structure where even people from outside at the national level will also have a sense of belonging. And now we have the national secretary of that same political party say, look, Nyesom Wike, despite what you have done for the president in terms of loyalty, in terms of delivering River State to him, you are still not a member of the APC, and we don't want you interfering in our party. What do you make out of those statements? More like neither here nor there from both very top leaders of the APC. Where is that coming from?
Thank you very much. I felt a little bit disappointed with the National Secretary, hearing all that he started, which was quite unfortunate. Wike was very faithful at the time we needed his support, and no thinking right person should take that for granted. And two, I expect that at the time Fubara was coming, Fubara must have to stop all this his attitude of disloyalty at all times. Because even the very first day he came into our party, he displayed an attitude that was unexpected from an executive governor, where he started saying, I am 001, I have come here now, I am now in charge. What does all that mean? Those are not statements that will come from an honorable or an executive person. So when he started opening a new, coming to APC doesn't mean an opportunity to come and fight Wike. Wike over agreeably, there is no perfect person. Even Wike needs to know when to drop the gun and know when to act with some level of, should I say, reading in between the lines. You know, like the National Secretary, for example, you will expect that now that Fubara had just come to APC, he may want to extend the oil hands to some of those leaders up there and to help him fight his leader, which was no longer necessary because reconciliation was made. I expect him to have keyed into this and be himself. Because if he can continually do this to Wike, he can also do it to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because you don't live life like this. You don't do things like this. No man is an island. If you had come from a suspension you went from, thank God God brought you back. Years of wisdom, listening to appeals and cries, and they say, okay, you guys should come together. Now you want to create another tension and another fight, which absolutely is not necessary. For the National Secretary, I feel very sorry for people like him who could come to the public. I'm a party man, but I am not happy with him exchanging words unnecessarily. It doesn't really call for. How can you be saying Wike should not interfere on APC matter? This thing you are saying, you know, is not from a genuine heart. I don't like when people show ingratitude. We know being a governor and being a party man, it is normal you have say, but you also have say not completely absolute. You know, you must carry all and sundry along. Major stakeholders must also be involved. Wike is a major stakeholder in the political affairs of River State, whether APC or PDP, or as Fubara come to APC to come and create problem, and for not minding that some Wike First 11 are now also in the APC. Are they coming to bring the same problem they were managing in PDP into the APC? All these things are not necessary. I think Fubara needs to be called to order. If nobody to call him, I can call him to order from Benin, because it is not necessary to act in this kind of manner. Wike is a real ally of the APC, a real ally of Mr. President, and also a leader of the party in that state. You cannot just come because you have jumped. Oh, was the reconciliation made because you were both in PDP? Even if you was in the APC, they would have still been formed, which the president would have also made to reconcile them. Is he not telling us that Wike is no longer important to us? Or is the National Secretary not telling us Wike did not talk on APC affairs? Let's be factual here. There were languages that Fubara started using that was uncalled for, which probably was drumming for another war. I can bet you that Wike ordinarily would have not want any other issues to arise again. But Fubara, you know, they say a devil is a devil, no matter how you try to paint them or purify them.
All right.
He has just shown that his character, all from his childhood, has been an act of betrayal. Okay. And that is where he wants to start. Now he wants to create governors in the APC. Some genuinely, you will understand that this is politics and there are a lot of envy. There are some governors within the APC who had not been happy with the familiarity relationship that Wike had with Mr. President. They believe that Wike was not too close to Mr. President.
Okay.
That most times, if he aligned with Mr. President on an issue, he always have his way. So for them, how do we bring him down? How do we draw his feathers? So this is an opportunity to come in. But I think it's not a good thing
all right,
from our party leaders.
I will come back to it in a bit. Let's bring in Comrade Roy into this conversation. Comrade Roy, what do you make of what is happening between the godfather, the godson, talking about Nyesom Wike and Sim Fubara, soon after the peace arrangement that brought him back to government after the state of emergency? We see a situation where the governor is again, struggling for the control of not just Rivers State, but the political party where he has jumped to, the APC in Rivers State. What do you make of the situation in Rivers State before I get into further questions? What do you see?
Once again, thank you for having me. The issue in Rivers State is an issue all Nigerians need to be bothered. Personally, I'm seriously worried. People like a personality like Wike need to be curtailed. Wike is now reminiscent of a Dangote trailer fully loaded with cement and without brick. Can crush anything crushable. I think Wike at this material time need to be regulated, need to be teleguided, need to be advised if possible. We cannot continue to have Wike every day. Wike is now coming, it's not a phenomenon. Wike is now talking as if it's not God. You know, Rivers State will not develop under this arrangement. And that's the reason why when I saw my friend here talking, it appears he's not even aware of what is obtainable in the political party he belongs to. That a governor in APC, as of today, I've done a research on that a governor in APC is the leader of the party.
So
when you are now saying,
Honorable Amandi.
Let me finish.
I don't like that.
Let me finish.
Honorable Amandi.
You always do this when we are on air. You will state your mind.
Let me finish.
You don't I read
Gentlemen.
political science at my master's level, and I read administration at my first degree. So don't make me feel I don't do research. I don't know what I'm saying. When I was making my
all right, gentlemen, let's get back to Collins.
Yes,
please allow Collins. Please allow Comrade Roy Oriabo to land on his thoughts. And Comrade Oriabo, I'd like for you to address the issues, in question.
No, the issues are very direct. I'm addressing the issue because Wike is only to something else, and we must, at this particular time, the movement of Fubara to APC, and further even make some of us to be having soft mind for APC as a political party, because Fubara at the time was being compressed, he was being subjugated. He was looking for anywhere where he can get his subsidy, and he's getting it from the APC. You will agree with me if you have done as a practicing journalist. If you do your homework and research, you'll find with me immediately Fubara moves to APC. There are numbers of Nigerians who are beginning to identify with APC, who are beginning to have soft mind to APC. What does that show to you? That Fubara is a man that people believe on. He's a very gentleman. He's a man that you don't need to, you don't take his gentility for granted. As I continue, you have been in this program for long. I have never been a fan of Fubara. I've never been one of, I believe that Wike had an issue, it should be loyal to Wike. I've got it to that level. My father once told me that there is a limit to indulgence. That is where we are in this country now. And that is where Rivers State belongs to now. People like Wike should know that they are not God. And they cannot be God. Because you are a man, you have put this man to the wall. And this man finds himself in the party naturally, he does not believe. But he's not there just for him to finish his tenure. He has never even declared for second position. He has not declared for second tenure. You are mobilizing. As of today, are you not aware that Wike have abandoned his responsibility as a minister? For the beginning of this year, I'll be busy in his home state, abandoning his job in the FCT. Although I'm not surprised, he's reminiscent to them. We don't even know where our president is at this material time. Notwithstanding, Wike as a man need to be curtailed, as I said. The president must rise up at this material time. How can you be talking to a national secretary of a party at this level? What are you talking about? Wike is just a medicine interloper in APC. He have no locus, he have no standing, he have no... What Wike did for Mr. President, or what he did for APC, was done through the back door. He cannot come up and be laid claim to it. Is it because we're in a country where we don't have integrity? Is it because we're in a society where transparency and accountabilities are on holiday? That is the reason why all manners of name we start taking them serious. Wike should be curtailed. The president must at this material time prevent Wike if he wants to remain to go back to Rivers State. If you want to be a minister, let him move to Abuja. The kind of hatred and the kind of enemy Wike is creating for Tinubu is no longer funny. It's not funny. And all of us who are beginning to look at our son, which is Tinubu, our father, who is from the South region, we are saying we are going to resist the North if they want to impose any Northern candidate on us. And now we are beginning to believe in here. Somebody is telling me somewhere that because Wike did the job for the job Wike did for presidency, he have been compensated seriously. He have been compensated. At least you allow for Fubara to breach. Wike is not God. And anybody who believes will continue to support Wike on this, what before Fubara will also before that person, so that we know that there are different opportunities that happen to them.
Okay, all right. Comrade Roy, let me stay with you. Now, the issue now is we have Nyesom Wike, who as FCT minister is still a member of the PDP. You know, but he has some of his men in the APC talk about the state chairman of the party, that is Tony Okocha, talk about the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Martin Amehule, the 17 other lawmakers, the 23 local government chairmen, as a matter of fact. So if we now say, if we have a position where the national chairman has said, look, the governor, the moment he steps into the party, going by the constitution of the APC, becomes the leader of the party automatically. So every other person has to queue behind him. So his appellation 001 is not in dispute. But if we have a leader and a situation where another person from outside is controlling the structure, the party structure in the state, who is actually in charge?
Nobody is controlling the structure from outside. He had an internal arrangement with the president that he did perfectly. Remember that if you sell your brother, the buyer will not trust you. Issue of integrity will not come into play. Is the leader of APC, are they comfortable as of today with the way Amana Wike have destroyed and mismanaged PDP? They are not comfortable. They have to curtail this one. He needs to be curtailed. And all supporters of APC, genuine lovers of APC, must stand up at this time to defend Fubara. Not those who are looking for what to benefit from political cycle. They must defend Fubara. That is what the constitution of the APC said, that the governor is the leader. Until otherwise, once the Fubara is there, Fubara must be able to do that. And the leadership of APC must come out very strongly to call their members in Rivers State to order. And tell them that when you continue to romance as an APC member, when you are romancing and hobnobbing with PDP and anti-party activity, which is detrimental to the fundamentals of a political party, APC at this matter need to, at this particular time, stand up very clearly to tell their members in Rivers State that anti-party activities will not be entertained.
All right, then.
Because
Thank you very much, Comrade Roy Uria. But before we get to Comrade Destiny Enabulele, who joins us from Abuja, let me ask you this question, Collins. Now, Collins, we have a situation where Nyesom Wike is in the PDP, and we have a governor who has just joined your party, and by the constitution of your party, by the letters of your constitution, the moment a governor joins a political party, he becomes automatically the leader of that party in that state. In the situation in Rivers State, I'll look at the instance, the example I played out. We have the Speaker of the House of Assembly, very strategic, member of the LPC, loyal to Nyesom Wike. We have the state party chairman, very important person in the party, loyal to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. We have 23 local government chairmen, 20 of them in the APC, and 3 in the PDP, loyal to Nyesom Wike. And we have a situation where the 11 other members of the PDP in the House of Assembly are still loyal to Nyesom Wike. Who is in control of the party structure? Who is in control of the party in Rivers State? Is it the governor or Nyesom Wike?
Thank you very much. Fubara just joined us a few days ago. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Fubara just joined us a few days ago. And before he came, the party had functioned. Even before he became governor, we got votes from Rivers that delivered as Iwaju. And that collaboration was done by Wike. I am not saying Wike should be fighting everybody at all times. I am only disappointed that even our national secretary should have applied a very high intelligence and high level of decorum in managing the situation. Now here come the issue. Pure crisis we want to flag off in. The governor was coming. Destiny, mute your video. The governor was coming into a party And you started from the very day, in short, the very seconds, saying, I am not 001. I am not the leader of APC. Every other person here, come and queue behind me. Nobody is disputing that. That means you are coming with a different agenda. Even those who have been with the party thus far, do you think they are very convinced and happy with those statements you have made? We have many old party members in the APC. Those who have best wait for the party when you were never there, when you were romancing with Atiku. Now let me tell you, even those today, the same Fubara went to join Amechi at the time to destroy the APC because they didn't like Asiwaju at the time. Have we forgotten all this? Politics is a thing of history. So this is a politics, you plan it, you work it, and you get the gains. You don't just jump into party because this one has said, oh, I'm not APC, everybody must crucify Wike. Why should the national leadership or national secretary bring himself so low to the level that it is? Quite very unfortunate to allow this thing to degenerate. I expect that when Fubara made those statements, they would have called him to order immediately because those statements Fubara made was intentional. Were calculated statements. That means the reconciliation that was made was not accepted in genuity by him. And if he wants to take leadership of APC in Rivers State, he cannot take it in isolation.
Okay,
that is what I'm saying. He must work in collaboration.
Apparently, your position presently is that Wike is still in control of APC in Rivers State.
I have not said Wike is in control. Wike is not.
So my direct question. I'm sorry, Collins. Excuse me,
Wike
Collins.
is a major stakeholder in Rivers State.
Excuse me, Collins. My direct question is: who do you think is in control of Rivers APC at the moment?
Yes, we agree. The governor is heading the administrative section of government in Rivers State. And in the party, we have party structure, which work in collaboration with the governor.
Who is in charge of that? We know how we run politics.
The governor is the leader of the party now.
Collins, you are tiptoeing the issue.
How many offices APC have in the state? And he's already grandstanding. You cannot grandstand just like that. No, nobody's an island.
All right, because someone, like you said,
down, so that the old APC
Collins, like you said, before the governor came, APC was already functioning. Before the governor came, APC and some people were in control of that structure. Now I get you. Let's bring in Comrade Destin Enabulele into this conversation. Comrade, I don't know how far you have followed us. We are discussing Rivers State, and the issue here is this altercation from Rivers to Rivers, from Rivers to Abuja. We heard the National Secretary of the APC, Ajibola Basiru, say, look, Minister Nyesom Wike, please mind their business and leave the APC alone. How come someone from your party is the person causing problem for another political party? How does that make you feel?
Ogachukuma, Happy New Year. Let me wish my brothers in the studio there Happy New Year.
Excuse my manners. Happy New Year. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You see, we must call a spade a spade. It's never a guided fork. For me, I will not blame my brother Osaga this evening. I understand where he's talking from as a party man. But at any rate, even the Vice President Shetima, when he went to Enugu, he stated it categorically at the platform, at the podium, that the governor who just decamped a few seconds ago is now the leader of APC in Enugu State. I don't know why my brother Collins is trying to. I don't know. I don't know his motive this evening. But I should let him know that this is another year. This is 2026. This don't.
You were not listening. You were not listening.
This man, I like to finish.
If you were listening, did I ever say a governor is not a leader of the party?
Collins, point noted. Let's allow Destiny to.
You see,
Collins, you have your turn. You have your time. Collins, you have your time to react to whatever he has said. Please allow him.
No, you don't use those words on me.
Destiny, you see, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Ogachukuma. You see, we must learn to call a spade a spade. We must be very frank. I listened to Wike. I think he's crying more than the bereaved. Just as stated by the National Secretary of APC or publicity, I don't know. I think he has nailed it, properly. That you are not a member of APC. And to further buttress what my elder brother, the governor of Oyo, Seyi Makinde, stated, that Wike promised the president, that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that he will strangulate the PDP for him for 2027. If you listen to Wike, in his intro, he said that now, here at the podium, we have the PDP state party chairman, we have the APC state party chairman, that he challenged any other state in the federation who can have this kind of, arrangement. That's to tell you that he's further, buttressing what Seyi Makinde has said. Abu said that what Wike is doing now, if we were to be Wike at the seat of power in Rivers State, can I challenge anybody in Rivers? Try this with Wike. You see, today is Fubara. Before now, it was Governor Siminalayi, and today is Fubara. We don't know who will be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it might be Collins Osaga or my brother Roy. We don't know. Or it might be me. So we must learn to speak out, because injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere.
Okay.
All right. I'm coming, sir. Let me learn with this talk.
Our time is very short.
Let me learn with this talk, sir.
Let me learn with this talk.
Let me learn with this talk, sir. Let me learn with this talk, sir. Please. If you listen to Wike, he has said that there's no APC, no PDP Rivers. What they have in Rivers is a renewed hope family. That is there's how they call it in Rivers now. ROHF in Rivers. You can see, but it is quite laughable and disheartening.
Now, I want to ask you this question.
Wike has reduced himself to
Destiny Enambulele.
Okay, sir.
We are trying to differentiate between principles and practice. Like you cited the Enugu State instance, where the vice president went to Enugu and said, look, the moment Peter Mbah defected from the PDP to the APC, he automatically became the leader of the party in the state. Now we are talking about leadership, and we are saying that is in principle the principles of the party. But in practice, that is what we are trying to establish in Rivers State. A situation where you have a governor, more like the people that are behind him don't have the structures. I talk about the local government chairman, talk about the House of Assembly members, talk about the party state working committee, talk about the party's NEC, under the kitty of one man called Nyesom Wike. In actuality, in actual sense, who is in control of Rivers State APC? That is the fact that we are trying to establish here. Who do you think is in control? Who do you think is in charge?
Mr. Tokuma, let me quickly say this. If you go back to at the very beginning of 1999, I've said it in this platform, topic, that with utmost humility and simplicity, I respect the offices. It is likened to errand boys or errand men and women at the saddle across board of subnational governments. I understand the point of my brother Collins Osaga, because he's of that school of thought. Like what is happening in Rivers, it's virtually happening in Edo State as we speak very just now. The class monitor that they have given us in Edo State, with utmost humility to his office and his person, is my senior.
Okay, comrade, we are going to talk about Edo State in a minute. That's our last topic of discussion. Now, I would like for us to round off now. I would like for you to round off for your thoughts so that we get into the second topic of discussion. At the end of the show, we have our concluding thoughts. It's like 2 minutes each. So land on your thoughts now on this issue.
Okay, sir.
What is going on in Rivers State? Who do you think is in control? Who do you think is in charge? And I would like for you to project into 2027. What do you see coming?
You see, Mr. Chukuma, if you go back to during the time of NCNC and Action Group, when you had the likes of Professor Ambrose Ali, then it was a party that owned the leadership. A governor or any appointee or elected officials are just members. They are not given leadership in the party hierarchy. But with this dispensation, because there's a saying that he who holds the yam holds the knife. Governors in states, chairmen in local government, presidents in the national are across board. They are now leaders of according to various party constitution. Even in PDP, that's the way it is. Even in this ADC, that's the way it is. So for one man to now arrogate himself to be that he's not becoming a demigod, that not decide who sneeze or who get oxygen when he is not God, it is quite laughable. I'm happy that the Nigerian people, they now know who Wike truly is, his character and his person. The same character that he exhibited while he exhibited the PDP is what he's not taking to APC. In the coming days, he must start throwing tantrums at President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I think they better watch their back very carefully because he has started with the party, leadership. Very soon will gravitate towards the various, the president and the vice president and the likes.